of new space in the last 5 years. Those buildings are now over 95% leased. We had a cluster in the CBD called the Bank Towers. This is the financial heart of Canada. And these projects are 2 to 3 million foot complexes, one of which we own. And there it is on the left. After the new builds came, some of these flagship assets were 50% vacant. The tenants haven't moved great distances. They haven't moved for reasons of economics. They've moved to be in LEED certified properties because they get the value proposition. Because when I talk to senior members of tenant entities and I say, what's your number one issue? They don't tell me it's competition. They don't tell me it's the Canadian dollar. They tell me it's attracting and retaining top talent. That talent is their rarest commodity. And the talent, particularly sub-35s, are telling them that they want to be in buildings that are socially responsible. And we've seen that, and we survey 69,000 people a year who go to work in an Oxford office building. And we get that very strong messaging back. So the building on the left, Royal Bank Plaza in Toronto, 1.2 million feet, right in the middle of the firestorm I've just described. We invested. It was the first LEED Gold EB in Toronto. It went through that firestorm. We had 600,000 feet of rollover. Occupancy never dropped below 90%, and occupancy today is 99%. One of its top competitors, happens not to be LEED certified, is 63% occupied. I'm not saying it's the only things, but it's a very strong connection and message for us, and we've come to accept that as a given. Drives occupancy, to some degree drives rental rate. On the right, Yorkdale Shopping Centre, arguably the most successful shopping center in Canada. We just completed a $250 million renovation and expansion, opens this Friday. So we already have the most successful shopping center in the country. Why do we think of sustainability? Because the 17 million people a year that come to that property expect us to deliver it. So we have a revolutionary food court there that completely minimizes or actually avoids disposable plates, disposable knives and forks. We have a program of reusing the green waste that comes out of there, the food used by local farmers. We have green roof on the project, solar power on the project. Not all of our customers are going to be aware of that. But if 10% are aware, that's 1.7 million visitors a year who have a point of positive differentiation. What are we doing elsewhere in the world? In London, we're very pleased to be partnering with British Land on the construction of the cheese grater building on the left. You gotta love the Brits, and not just because I came from there 40 years ago, but their ability to come up with names for buildings that we would never dream of, certainly in Canada. Anyway, this is the cheese grater.